Welcome to the Goalbusters Expert Peak Productivity Tips podcast, where top business experts get just 7 minutes to answer 5 rapid-fire questions about what they do and how they stay productive. Each episode is packed with actionable insights to help boost your efficiency and achieve your goals. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to peak performance. Well, hello, my name is Robin J. Emden, and I'm an accountability coach and author of Get Resultsology, The Science of Getting Stuff Done. I work with people who run their own business. No boss, distractions everywhere, and never enough hours in the day. Together, we cut through the noise, sharpen their focus, and follow through on the big ideas that actually move the needle. That's what I call the momentum formula. Do it today. Profit tomorrow, and repeat. So if that sounds like the kind of breakthrough that you've been looking for, then you're in exactly the right place. And speaking of being in exactly the right place, I am delighted to welcome our guest expert today, Meg Yelaney. Meg is a business mentor and host of the Business Not As Usual podcast. Meg helps coaches and entrepreneurs stand out by building brands that are so authentic and distinctive they're impossible to ignore. Through her distinctive edge process, Meg teaches women how to grow their business without burning out, create real financial freedom and choice, and build a life and business that feel true to who they really are. Meg, welcome to Goalbusters.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. I'm delighted that you're here too. Whereabouts is here for you?
I'm in Long Island, New York right now.
Fantastic. Lovely view from your window. I can't see from here.
Lovely blurry view.
Lovely blurry view. Listen, that's just me attempting to waffle on, which I always do at this moment. But instead, I think, shall we do the questions?
Yeah, let's dive in.
All right, I'll get the clock going. And there it goes. Meg, could you tell me, please, who is your ideal client?
My ideal clients are mainly online coaches and service providers who are selling some kind of service, whether it's health coaching, whether it's web services, copywriting, fitness, life, all those kinds of services. That's who I really mainly help.
Okay, brilliant. And what exactly is the problem, or I imagine more than one, that you solve?
Yeah, I like to say I help people monetize their brilliance by standing out online in this insanely crowded market that we have right now. So essentially, I help them take a combination of their story, their unique approach, really their lived experience, what makes them different, why did they even start their business, and have that be the crux of why people actually hire them. Because especially in today's day and age when there's so much competition, that's really what is going to help them stand out. So I help get that out of them and then put it out on social media and in all of their content in a way that people want to actually buy, want to invest in.
Fantastic. And I'm leaning in there and hanging on your every word. And I'm eager to know the answer to the next question, which is what is one valuable free action that the audience can implement that will help them to solve that problem?
Yes, I love this. So I wrote something down because I really wanted to prep and wanted to make sure this was great for you, anyone listening, to take real action for. So I want you to actually audit your last 3 to 5 pieces of content, whether that's your social media or your Instagram, any social media, your emails, your podcast, doesn't matter. And ask yourself these 3 questions. So 1, did I actually show my unique perspective or my unique process, how I take people from when they join me to their end result? Or did I just kind of repeat what everyone else is saying? And get really honest with yourself. This is one that kind of is an eye opener and a little gut punch, a tough love for everyone who's listening. The next question I want you to ask yourself is, did I highlight a story, a belief, or a client win that only I could share? And this is where you want to get honest and you want to go, am I just giving education? Am I just giving facts? Or am I sharing the proof of that education through my own story, my own journey, and my clients' stories and their journeys? Especially in today's day and age, people with AI and everything that's out there, people want to know the person behind. So if you could show the proof and you could show the journey and not just, regurgitate information, that's really going to help them trust you so much more. And then the last question I would ask yourself when you're doing this little audit is, would my audience instantly recognize this as mine if my name wasn't on it? And that doesn't mean you have to have perfect branding or everything needs to be so, cohesive, but maybe it's the verbiage you use. Maybe it's how you start your sentences or your intros. Already, I'm like, I'm going to know you. When I listen to the pod, I'm going to know it's your podcast, right? So even just running your content through these filters will really help you spot where you're kind of blending in and where you can start leaning into what I call your distinctive edge. And just a pro tip, if you look at your content and you haven't shared a version of your story, why you started your business in the last month, then that's a red flag that you need to do that soon, because now storytelling's always been the best seller, but now more than ever, that is what I'm seeing really, really work for myself and my clients.
Wow, that was a masterclass. Thank you so much. And all
I'm
of
trying
that's
to do it in my time.
you certainly did, and all of that was free. And one of the things I tuned in on there particularly was when we talk about AI. I mean, I wrote
Mm,
my book and it came out last April, this year gone. Thank goodness I didn't have AI because
yeah,
it's all my own voice. And I would have been so tempted not
yeah,
to have it all my own voice, but to take shortcuts. Now, AI has its uses, and I've done many podcasts with people that use AI all the time. I use it, I'm sure you do too. But
yeah,
speaking in your own voice, and I don't mean training AI to speak in your own voice, I mean
no,
actually authentically you speaking in your own voice,
yeah,
because people are getting smart already. They're picking up on, oh, that's just AI talking, that's not really you. You've got to
100%.
be really on the ball with it. So thank you
Yeah,
for that very timely reminder and brilliant
yeah,
answer.
of
Brilliant. So
course.
now that we have a better understanding of what you do, Meg, let's dive
Mhm.
briefly into goal busting, because I did waffle on a bit there, focusing on how to maximize productive time to achieve business goals. Could you share any other tips or advice for someone looking to improve their productivity habits?
Yeah. So this is a very simple one that I wish I did before I had kids. So I actually have now 20-month-old twin boys. I had them January of 2024, and my life totally got flipped upside down, obviously, and as did my work schedule. And something that I started doing is I started separating CEO days from client days. Again, should have done this way before they were here. I don't know why that they forced me to do it. But now, Tuesdays through Thursdays, I am all client service. I'm having client calls those days. I'm working on my client material reviews that I do, looking at their content and things like that. And then that's it. That's all I expect to get done for those days. And I go all in. Then Mondays, Fridays, and I do some work on the weekends because I have uninterrupted time. So I'll spend like a good chunk just knocking out some stuff. That's for me. That's podcast interviews, that's content, that's launch planning, funnel planning, working on any behind the scenes or admin things with my team. So that's all me. And I really try to protect that time. Otherwise, it's very easy to just be inundated with client work and then not actually market yourself for new clients and work on your own business. That simple separation has made such a difference. And it's really why I'm able to support, I think I have like 28 clients now, and I work about 25 hours a week because I still am with my babies a lot. So it's been game changing for me.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. In fact, I mean, I've written a whole book on productivity strategies. I've got to say, well, the one you've just described there is probably my number one as well.
I love
It's
it.
it's actually a hugely valuable thing to do. All right,
Yeah. Keeps
and
your
it's brilliant.
brain focused on
It gets
one
your
thing.
brain focused. It gives you tremendous peace of mind as well, because then you know you've got time allocated for these things. All right,
Yep.
finally, in the few seconds we've got left, what should I have asked you today that I didn't? And your answer, please. And if you do overrun a little bit, that's my fault. So help
No,
yourself
you're
overrun a
good.
little bit.
It's perfect because what I'm going to give everyone after is a really good segue from this. So the question is, what's the difference between storytelling content that sells and storytelling content that doesn't sell, that just gets, hey, nice, you're so inspirational, which is very frustrating. That's the question I would have you ask me.
And what would your answer be?
My answer really quickly would be most content that doesn't sell, that storytelling focused, is just going over the before and the after, maybe a little bit of the transformation. And that's why people are saying you're so inspirational. But storytelling that sells is adding in your transformation, the impact that it had on you in such a way that you now created a business because it became your mission to spread this to others, and how you do it a little differently, which is what I call your edge. When you have those three components, the impact, mission, and edge, added to the before, transformation, and after, that's what makes you look like an expert, not just someone who's relatable. And they want to hire an expert. So that's the difference for sure.
Fantastic. And I'm going to say you did that in the time allotted. And in any case, we look for value here, and you've certainly added a mountain of value. Never mind if we've overrun by a few seconds. It's just seconds. Tish, who cares? All right. So finally, I have one more question for you. It's never one of the five. It's what I always ask after we've finished our podcast time or allocated time, which is how can people reach you, Meg? And also there's a part B, and there's going to be a part C today as well. Part B is there like a valuable free resource that they could get from you? And because that's always a brilliant way of finding out more about your offer without necessarily yet being in a position to make first contact, as it were. And part C is, I know you do your own podcast, so please feel free to tell our audience about that because it sounds brilliant.
Oh, I love it. Great. Yeah. So part A, you can find me over at meganyelaney.com. I have my Instagram there, which is the same thing at Megan Yelaney, and there's a lot of fun goodies over there. So that's one place. And then my free gift for you today is going to help you with the question that you asked me, which is called the Business Story Blueprint. So it's a step-by-step walking you through those main pieces that you need in your story in order to actually sell and show people why you started your business, why you're the expert. So really how to craft a powerful origin story that sets you apart. And the link is meganyelaney.com/business-story-blueprint for that. And then the podcast is called Business Not As Usual. So you can find it wherever you listen to podcasts, Business Not As Usual. We've got lots of great interviews, a lot of solo episodes, and behind the scenes of balancing mom life and business, and just a lot of fun stuff over there.
Fantastic. We love fun stuff. We're always up for fun stuff. That's brilliant. Thank you so much. And that was brilliant. The whole thing. Thank you so much. I do these podcasts because I'm trying to add value with them. And it only works when my guests do that. I'm not here to add the value, the guests are. And I think you've given us tremendous value today. Thank goodness I didn't have to pay you. I don't think I would have been able to afford it. That was amazing what you gave us for nothing today, well, but apart from your time, which is very valuable too. So thank you so much, Meg.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. And remember, everybody, keep goal busting and make your future self proud. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Goalbusters. If you're enjoying it, please subscribe, rate and review it on your favourite podcast platform. Your support is very much appreciated. And if you're ready to boost your online profits, skyrocket your productivity, crush procrastination, and see a positive change in your bank balance, all within just 30 days, this is your opportunity. Take my free 5-day challenge at www.skyrocketyourproductivitychallenge.com.